grinder here is getting his warm-up on, getting ready for his own workout. You know, it used to take me forever to warm up for even the basic activities. Back when I was younger for my Taekwondo classes, it would be a good 30, sometimes 45 minutes before I felt like I could kick full speed, full power. But nowadays, thankfully, that's not the case at all. In fact, most of the time, I'm ready to rock and roll within maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Now, it's not because I've got some sort of genetic advantage. I'm certainly no younger. I mean, I turned 41 this year. I should be tighter, stiffer, and require longer warm-ups these days. But now, it's almost nothing for me to get going. And it's because of the strategies that I'm going to share with you in today's video. So the first strategy that I learned over time was being action ready through daily simple movement limbering up exercises. The first exercise is standing with the hands clasped behind the back. You stand, keep your glutes and hamstrings tight, basically roll your shoulders down and back, tense every muscle on the back side of your body, stretching out the front side. The second exercise is now you clasp your hands in front and then lift up and stretch yourself up as tall as you can. And then the third one is one hand behind the back, one hand on the shoulder, and gently twist. Hold for about 5 to 10 seconds, and then you do it on the other side. The fourth thing that I recommend doing on a daily basis is anything where your ankles and hips get closer together. You can stand on one leg and pick up one leg and just kind of hold, or you can pull it to your chest. Make sure you do it on both sides. Deep squats are also an option, even if you need to hold on to something, or deep lunging is also a very good way. These 4 movements done every single day are miracle workers. It's kind of like the trifecta from convict conditioning too. Keeps you young, keeps you supple, and keeps you ready to rock and roll at a moment's notice. Now those 4 things are great for keeping you pretty supple, but there is an aspect of warming up or ramping up that you need for activities that either require a high metabolic output, like my mountain bike racing, or a high neurological output, kind of like intense strength training. For these cases, you're not going to be able to ready to rock and roll from those exercises, but I don't recommend going through long, laborious warm-ups for those either. Instead, I recommend starting off with the actual activity you're planning on doing. So for me, with my mountain bike racing, I get on my bike and I start riding it. I start at about a casual pace, 30% intensity. I take a lap around the course that I'm going to be racing, so I know exactly what the course is going to be like. So mentally, I'm getting myself warmed up, and I ramp myself up gradually to about 80% of intensity so that my metabolism is ready to rock and roll. So when that start gun goes off, I can hit the ground running at full throttle. With intense strength training, start off with the very exercises I plan on doing. If I'm going to do pull-ups, for example, I'll start off with some gentle rowing exercises. Then maybe 1 or 2 sets of the pull-up exercises that I plan to do, but to not really high levels of fatigue. Like if I can do 10 reps, I'll do 5 for a couple, just to get my nervous system and my body kind of on track and in gear saying, this is what I'm about to do. Then I'll get into my hard work sets. Shouldn't take too terribly long. So keeping yourself action ready with the 4 exercises I mentioned previously and gently ramping yourself up by doing the very activity that you plan on doing should form the bulk of at least what I do for my warm-up process. If I haven't addressed anything that you have questions on, please leave it down below in the comments section. If you like these kinds of videos, don't forget, come out with them every week. You can subscribe here and ring the notification bell so you'll know when I come out with new ones. If you want more information on how to get the most from the least amount of time in your workouts, these videos will point you in the right direction. Till then, be fit, live free.